This is in context of the Goa Club fire case. Remember that a magisterial inquiry was in fact ordered, after which the report has been out. The details of the report are with us. We're getting information coming in from Goa. This is, of course, the club tragedy that had claimed lives in Goa. The latest that we're getting at this hour is that the establishment operated without a valid trade license after March 2024 with full knowledge of the Panchayat authorities. We're also getting information that the Goa government dismissed the former Panchayat Secretary Raghuveer Bakkar. We're getting information coming in. Remember that this is information coming in from the magisterial inquiry. Crucial information that we're tracking at this hour, as there was no sealing of the premises or enforcement action that was taken despite clear powers under the Goa Panchayat Raj Act. Well, on this, you have my colleague Akhil joining us for the broadcast. Akhil, walk us through the details. We're understanding that there are fresh revelations coming in from, of course, the magisterial inquiry.
Well, that's right, Treat. If you see, at this point in time, we have got the report of magisterial inquiry report exclusively, and that report basically confirmed the NDTV news break, which we have broken long back, that there was no trade license after March 24. And for a very long time, that very Birch Club was functional with the full knowledge of authorities. So at this point in time, what we have got to learn, that with the help of the magisterial inquiry report, that if you see, the Goa government has already dismissed the Panchayat at that point in time, Secretary Raghuveer Bakkar. So Raghuveer Bakkar has already been suspended by the Goa government, who was the then Panchayat Secretary at that point in time. Apart from that, if you see, there were several norms which have been flouted over a long period of time, over 1.5 years. So in that regard, also what we have seen, that the Goa government has taken action, and what we have also got to learn, that if you see, despite knowing the facts that there were no proper trade license, what we have got to learn, that the department has basically did not seal the premises and allowed the Birch Club to function at that point in time. So there was a cohort way in which what we have seen, that the Panchayat authority is basically having the full knowledge, and despite that, they have allowed the Birch Club to function over there.
Right, absolutely. Akhil, you rightly mentioned that, of course, the authorities knew, the Panchayat authorities, as per this magisterial report, knew, but still did not take any action. Walk us through the details, help us understand. It also says that, there was no sealing of the premises or enforcement action taken. And it also says that the Goa Panchayat Raj Act actually gives those powers to the Panchayat.
Well, that's right. If you see, this is why the case basically unfolded in an unfortunate manner, in which what we have seen, that the 25 lives have been lost. Because if you see, there were certainly several lapses with regard to the district administration, if you see, with regard to the Panchayat administration, if you see, in which what we have seen, that licenses were basically granted at that point in time in haste, basically. And what we have got to learn, that there were several officials from the Panchayat, basically, who were basically colluded and basically bypassed the inspections and the mandatory checks, which are basically allowed to give any kind of authority basically to run such kind of premises. So what we have seen, that it's on the part of the inspection team to basically avoid and bypass the mandatory checks, which basically led to the unfortunate tragedy in which what we have seen, that 25 lives have been lost.